When you're building a startup, things can sometimes take a while to pan out, and during those moments, you'll find yourself with time to spare. After all, growth doesn't happen overnight, and things just take a while to pan out. And when I do find myself with time to spare, I like to revisit old ideas or learn about new ones by reading. In this video, I'll be answering the question of which 3 ideas in Peter Thiel's 0 to 1, Chapter 2, are most important and are most worth sharing. So let's get right into it. Idea number 1, you shouldn't be following other people's dogma. You should be thinking for yourself. And only by doing that will you be able to develop your own company and develop a company that's centered around your own beliefs. If you copy what other people are doing, what Thiel thinks will happen is that you'll just end up replicating what they did. And that's not really learning from them. After all, you're just copying what they did, but instead you should be copying their behaviors. Because what Microsoft, what Google, what Facebook, what all these companies did differently was that they thought of something new. They made vertical progress by thinking of a new way of doing things, by thinking of a new way to get an old job done. So don't follow other people's dogma. Remember to question other people's beliefs so that you can be one of those companies in the next generation of great companies. Idea number 2, it's not just about product, because you can have a great product, but it's not true that if you build it, they will come. Chances are they won't, because especially in this day and age, you just have so many things vying for your attention. Like think about you as a consumer. Think about how many things vied for your attention today. Think about how many things took up your attention span. And think about how short your attention span is nowadays. If a product doesn't have great sales and marketing, if it doesn't really draw you to it, if it's just a great product but you don't know about it, or no one has told you about it, chances are you won't use that product. Which is why sales and marketing matter as much as product. Which goes against the conventional belief that product is everything, which was actually one of the beliefs that were promoted during the dot-com boom and bubble. And finally, idea number 3 is and this is more of my interpretation of what Thiel talks about in the book, especially chapter 2, it's that you should be ready to adapt. You should be ready to be wrong. He was very ready to be wrong and very ready to adapt, especially when he changed PayPal's business model from allowing Palm Pilot users to beam money to each other to something that would essentially replace the US dollar by allowing people to email currency to each other. So what he did there was he pivoted. He was very flexible in his thinking, and he was willing to listen to his customers and willing to take product feedback seriously and actually act on it. And when PayPal didn't really grow as fast as he thought it would, what he did was he essentially slashed fees for PayPal and even paid people referral bonuses to refer friends to PayPal. And his idea was that in the next few years, PayPal would be able to make up for the losses for this referral program by taking small fees that would slowly accumulate as a result of people getting used to PayPal's service. That's an example of flexibility that a lot of entrepreneurs should learn from nowadays, and it's that you should be as flexible as possible when it comes to what you do with your product, especially at the start. It's not about being right the first time, it's about being right in the long term. And in order to be right, you have to be very flexible with your thinking. You have to pivot all the time, especially when your users are telling you that what you're doing right now doesn't work. So those are just the 3 ideas that I think are worth sharing and that I learned from chapter 2 of Peter Thiel's book. And for you guys, I just hope that this helps you guys, especially those of you who are building companies out there, with your entrepreneurial journey, with your startup founder journey. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.